It's a development that was expected sometime today, and it has indeed arrived. The man that you see in the background, he's announced his test retirement. It's not immediate, but there's only one more test that Jimmy Anderson is going to be playing this summer, and there's going to be no more test cricket that the man's going to be playing. That's only the one format in which he's anyway been playing. 20 years that he's entertained all of us, and the king of swing, as many call him, will not be playing. Furthermore, international cricket, the decision has now been made in the first test that West Indies will be playing against England at Lord's. That will be the last match for James Anderson. He's put out an Instagram post which we will show you in just a short while, but in case you're joining us right now, Jimmy Anderson, it was expected that there'll be a statement coming in from him today, and he has announced his test retirement. Just to give you a little backgrounder, it was Brendan McCullum, the test coach for England, who had specially flown in from New Zealand to the UK. He had a meeting with James Anderson, albeit it happened over a round of golf, it is understood, and that's when James Anderson was told about the future plans that Brendan McCullum and the England Cricket Board has going forward, and in that perhaps James Anderson was no longer fitting in. It was something that was communicated to him by the England head coach, and keeping in mind this decision, and he respects this thought and this decision that Brendan McCullum and the England Cricket Board had in mind. Respecting that, he's now announced his test retirement. Not immediate, I will say that again. There's one more test he's going to be playing, and after that first test match, which will be played at Lord's, he will be taking no further part in international cricket. Let's now show you the statement that has been put out by James Anderson as he's announced his decision. He said that, "Hi everyone, just a note to say that the first test of this summer at Lord's will be my last. It will, might I add, be the first of the 3 test matches that England will be playing against the West Indies. It's been an incredible 20 years, he adds, representing my country, playing the game that I've loved since a kid. I'm going to miss walking out for England so much, but I know it's the right time to step aside and let others realize their dreams, just like I got to, because there is no greater feeling." He also goes ahead to thank some of his family members and his parents. Also says a huge thank you to everyone who's been part of the journey, including the players and the coaches who've made it the best job in the world that he possibly could have done as far as playing for England is concerned. Also says that he's excited for the new challenges that lie ahead, as well as filling his days with even more golf, a sport that he loves playing. And then again he said that thank you everyone for all the support that you've shown. See you at the test. Go well, James Anderson. That's the note that he's put out on social media. No more test cricket for James Anderson, and what a tribute it is going to be, that last test match that he is going to play, because this is a man who has terrorized batters all across the globe. Even legends of the game like Sachin Tendulkar have found it given. Modern greats like a Virat Kohli has struggled. Let's not forget what happened in 2014 in England. So that is the legacy of James Anderson. In fact, speaking of legacy, it's going to be very difficult for one to match his legacy, because remember, he finds himself in elite company with 700 test wickets. Remember, the 700th wicket came very recently in that Dharamshala test match. It was Kuldeep Yadav who ended up being his 700th scalp. It is going to be impossible, rather in many ways, to be racking up the kind of numbers that he has, because looking at how cricket has now turned out to be, you're playing all formats, and in that case, when you look at these numbers, possibly these are going to be relatively very difficult numbers for one to break in the future. 187 tests, that means, by the way, he's not getting to break Sachin Tendulkar's record as well, which also could be one record which no one gets to break in international cricket, that of playing 200 test matches. So 188 is where James Anderson is going to be ending his test career. 700 wickets right now, interesting enough, because he is 8 wicket behind as far as Shane Warne's tally is concerned. Shane Warne, the second highest wicket taker, remember, when it comes to test cricket. James Anderson at number 3 with 700 wickets. He finds himself 8 wickets behind Shane Warne as well. Can he go ahead and pick maybe 9 wickets, 8, maybe 9? We'll have to wait and see if he can really leave on the ultimate possible high and break Shane Warne, the late great Shane Warne's record, an average of 26.5 to 32, 5 wicket hauls for him and 3 10-wicket hauls as well. That's the legacy of the man that is standing right in front of the Dauladar Hills in this picture that we have here for you. And breaking news, in case you're joining us right now, just try and sum up what's happened over here. It was expected that James Anderson will be putting out a statement today, and now indeed he has made a decision to hang up his boots in Test cricket. He'll be playing his last Test match at Lord's, which will be the first Test match between England and the West Indies, the first Test match of this summer. As far as England are concerned, a message seems to have been given to him. This comes just about a day after it was reported that Brendan McCullum had specially flown in from New Zealand. He'd gone to the UK. Over a game of golf, it was communicated by Brendan McCullum to James Anderson that the ECB and McCullum are not looking at having him as far as future plans are concerned. They want to be moving ahead from Jimmy Anderson, who, by the way, by the end of that Test series that we're talking about, will be 42. So they were then looking beyond James Anderson, the 41-year-old who's continued to impress everyone for 20 years of Test cricket that he's played, and that's when now he has made a decision to play his final game come the month of July, which is when they'll be playing that Test match against West Indies. What are your fond memories as far as James Anderson is concerned? There's plenty that come to mind right now, but what are your thoughts? How are you going to be looking back at the career of James Anderson? You can let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Sports Today.